All right, ladies and gentlemen, lovers of Azeroth the world over, welcome back to Good Morning Azeroth, episode 60-something. It's great to be here. We're excited to be here. Some people are upset. Some people are happy. There's just emotions all over the place. We're here to talk about it today with you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We got some friends some friends in the house here. As you can see, Big Grace for Days making his I think third time appearance on GMA. Good to see you, my man. There's so much to talk about. So much has happened. The announcement we've all been waiting for, and let's get into it. So before we get into just a little catch up, Def Camp, you know what to do, brother. Take it away. Choose your blessing.
Are we ready? Are we guys ready for this? This is it, baby. This is it. This is for the release of TBC. I'm going to try to do one of my most... Here we go. Good morning, Outland! Let's fucking go! TBC launch June 1st, pre-patch May 18th. Let's fucking go, boys. I'm fucking hyped. Let's go. Get the energy.
Let's go, Def Camp. Good morning, Outland. I like it, yo. Got my little, my little guide, my little book, dude. I'm just reading up my Brady games here. Let's pick a tip. Here we go. Let's pick a tip, guys. Reading this old school strategy guide here. Did you guys know, chat, that Sunstrider Isle is a quiet place on the northwestern end of Eversong Woods? Characters begin here with a series of quests that help to clear the isle of a few problems. As you first start to get your bearings, look for Magistrix Arona, who should be standing somewhat nearby. Arona has a golden exclamation point, meaning that the Magistrix has a quest for you. Good tip for you guys right there. Exclamation above the head means a quest. Anyway. Yep.
Let's go, dude.
Let's freaking go, man.
Go!
We got Big Ale in the house. We got Dunedain, Def Camp, of course. How's everyone doing, man? Let's just catch up for a second.
You're fantastic.
Hell yeah.
I'm pumped. I'm psyched. Let's go.
Yep.
Too soon? No way.
I am so pumped. I just want to say, like, a lot of you guys know, a lot of you guys feel the same. Like, to me, Classic was amazing, but I've been waiting for this moment for the last, I don't know how many years, right? This is the moment for me. This is it. TBC launch. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the most epic game that I've ever played in my entire life. This is it. This is my favorite game of all time. It's fucking TBC. It's less than a month away. I understand some people might be upset because they couldn't get the time off work and all that, but I gotta just say for myself, I am so fucking psyched and so ready to go. There's some things that, of course, we could, we could talk about that, maybe aren't too great for the game, but all in all, I am fucking ecstatic.
Yeah, and there's
ecstatic.
Yeah, and there's stuff that, like, are concerns, of course, but, like, I just can't help but feeling that excitement, too. And Grace is excited with me for another reason, too, which we'll talk about in a minute. What about you, Dunedain? You're always here to balance out our NA tendencies.
I'm excited. The first thing I felt when reading the news was excitement, obviously. But, well, not obviously, maybe. I think they took the "you are not prepared" meme maybe a little bit too far, if you know what I mean. But,
I like it.
Yeah, I'm the lounge in itself is exciting. The catch-up news is something else, but we get to that later, I suppose.
Yeah. It's just nice to have some communication. Man, I hope everybody gets their paid time off. I hope you can make plans accordingly. We finally got an announcement that we've been waiting for the last, 4-8 weeks. I don't know how long you guys have been waiting. Leak after leak after leak. It's finally official. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, so I'm stoked,
baby.
man.
That's right.
Yep.
I'm stoked.
Yep. And some of you might know in the chat, I'm just going to put you on blast, man. Because, Grace and I are both having kids. Not together, of course, separately, independently, right? But he's having a little baby boy. I'm having a baby girl. They're coming this August or so. So Grace and I have been low-key sweating, like, dude, what if the RNG lines up that the launch is right as we're having the babies? It's it's woo, don't even want to think about it, but it's looking like
level 1.
Yep.
I heard a rumor, Grace. I don't know if this is true, that you're naming your son Kale. Is that
Kale Foss, actually.
Kale?
Kale Foss.
Kale Foss?
Yes,
Kale Foss,
with a little.
That's what I heard. Is that true?
Maybe a little Blaze for days.
Yo, if you named him Blaze,
Blood Elf themed. we're gonna be a family of Blood Elves. But yeah,
yep.
I know some people are excited and this works in your timeline. Some people are upset. Selfishly, yeah. June 1st, amazing news. Probably not so much for the other people, but geez, it's here now. Well, I mean, I'm not even sure where we're going to jump into this for preparation. Dude, I was going to start running. I was going to get my health in check. I don't even think I have time to like get back in the gym now. You know, I'm kind of screwed just because the notice is so short, but yeah, beyond excited.
I feel you on that. I think all of us, right, as content creators, we have certain plans and ideas of like, and goals that we try to hit. Okay, like before the game comes out, I'm going to have, you know, this, like I have 3 guides that I want to put out before TBC launches that, you know, hopefully I can still do, but I have another video and it's just like, it's crunch time. It's crunch time, but it's also happy time. It's also hype time, and yeah, it's just.
Can we talk about why Melderon's not here? So I got to, I got to take a last-second substitute because, I mean, we're all excited here, but the first thing that Melderon said whenever he came in, he had plenty of opinions.
Oh yeah, he was pissed.
Yes.
Yeah,
he was pissed.
He's so mad. He's off yelling at clouds right now. He's unhappy. He's done the math. He's gonna have to spend over $200 to copy his characters over to stay in Classic.
$235 is his
pissed.
expected cost. Now, here's the thing, Melderon. I don't know why. Like, let me just say for right now. So Melderon is also, he's got a lot of videos that he's trying to work out as well, and he's working. He's also has a full-time job where he doesn't. You know, it's not. So he's got a lot of work going on right now, but. You know, Melderon's excited about the game coming up, but you know, for whatever reason, he wants to copy over every fucking character and have them in Classic and TBC. I'm like, why? Like, what do you really think you're going to be playing on all these characters on both? I am just going to keep Def Camp over on Classic and TBC. Every other character is going over to TBC, but you know, Melderon is he is a very frugal person. He does not like spending money, and he feels like he's being forced to spend this money. So.
Yeah,
it's very upset about
it's
that.
good though that like, you know, his we just don't want to seem like Blizzard shill squad, you know. Like I'm excited. I'm excited kind of for selfish reasons, like Gray said, you know, like just really the timing with, you know, the kid coming and stuff. But it's good that we have that perspective too, and we're gonna share his side too. He left us with some words that he wanted to extend as well. But yeah, man, it's good.
2 words in particular, yeah.
What, fuck
well,
Blizzard?
3 words. Fuck
Buck Flizzard or what? Buck Flizzard?
No.
All right, so let's see if we can transition into these slides here. And it worked. You'll love to see it. Check that out, boys. A few days away from your sick Warp Stalker mount, dude. Oh yeah, dude. I love it, dude.
Kargoz a hand of a fucking round of applause for getting all this shit ready in like what, an hour? Like, yeah, seriously.
Hell yeah, thanks.
Oh,
brother.
where's the Happy Demon feat? You got to get that in there too.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need
Oh,
to
I'm gonna be spinning up my Dark Portal Hearthstone. I can't wait.
Yup.
God.
Let me just say this: if I see anyone in the guild with this mount, I insta kick him.
Oh.
You hear that? The Fellowship instant kick. You have
Instant
fucking
kick.
mouth plates.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
So here's our agenda. Global release confirmed June the 1st. Actually, global is June the 2nd, right? June the 1st is for NA, so this is actually, I think, a typo. If you factor in all the time zones and regions, yeah, it's June the 2nd for all regions. NA, June the 1st. And that also means that pre-patch is May the 18th, guys. May the 18th, guys. I'm not exactly Neil
prophecy was
deGrasse
true.
Tyson here. Yeah, the prophecy was true. Actually, it's so true. Who had that prophecy, Al?
It was data mined. There was a leaked date when the beta originally came up that it was going to be May 18th pre-patch, which everybody said was like, I don't know. It didn't seem right.
Yeah, somebody.
Here we
I feel
are.
like- was it Nano? Was it who was it? I swear.
It was multiple people. Nano may have been the first, I think. But it was multiple people who came out with that. But I believe Nano may have been the first one to come up with that.
Yeah, go out there and sniff it out, Chad. Which,
Yeah.
Hunt it down, see who was right with the prophecy. But I mean, guys, that's 12 days away. Less than 12 days away.
That means only 2 weeks of a pre-patch. So I thought at least a month of pre-patch was my expectation. Not so much, to let people level and all, but I just thought like pre-patch was going to be a little bit longer than that. I remember pre-patch, being at least a month usually. So I am very surprised. Now I know a lot of people are upset about, I can only level my paladin or my shaman for 2 weeks, but that's 2 weeks more than you had back when TBC came out. So think of it like that.
Wait. Say it again.
That's 2 weeks more than people had back when original TBC came out. When
I thought
TBC came out,
I thought pre-patch back in the day was 40 something days.
No. What I'm saying is pre-patch didn't have Blood Elves and Draenei back in the day.
Oh, I see.
It's 2 weeks more for people to level their Blood Elves and Draenei than it was. What I'm saying. So.
But my GDKP runs, Def.
I know.
I can't buy my best in slot gear on my prop paladin anymore.
We gotta hustle.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do Kara. You're gonna so a lot of people. So I know there's a lot of paladins in my group that are planning on getting leveled within those 2 weeks, obviously. But they're probably gonna have to do Nax a little bit when TBC is out. So a lot of guilds I think will still be doing Nax, getting their phylacteries and shit like that. But that's we can talk about that later.
So
the main issue. Sorry. The main issue is, in my opinion at least, the pre-patch would be a moment with the fresh new meta in which you can test things and stuff. So Blood Elves and Draenei only getting to whatever level, it's not that big of a deal, but that interesting meta that we will only have for 2 weeks is a little bit of a shame. Yeah. But at the same time, we don't have a lot to do right now, and more content is better, I suppose. So I'm still happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
selfishly my perspective. Okay, I was just gonna say I'm gonna go all prop paladin and level, so it doesn't really affect me for 2 weeks. I can't buy my set. I'm just gonna get the PvP set now. Gears have changed a little bit. All the whales, they only have 2 lockouts. They're gonna literally be dropping 50k, 100k. I've only got like 15,000 gold saved up. That's okay. I know Kargoz and Ale were gonna PvP. You guys were gonna have this level 60 new talents you can arena, and you're gonna be stoked about it. And how long has it been? How long have people experienced this pre-patch in the past? Was it 4 weeks long originally? And
40,
now you're only
40 something days, I guess, in the past. What it was.
Okay, so let's add plus 12 to it. This will forever be, like a moment to remember or cherish. Like you'll never get to experience this again. I don't know. The shorter time span makes it even more special, I guess you could say. How do you guys feel about it on the PvP perspective? Because I know y'all were going to do that a lot.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
It's a short amount of time to grind out PvP gear or anything really. It's really condensed. I wonder exactly why they made it like this, but it is going to be pretty cool. I think there's a bit of a missed opportunity here because I think for a lot of people they aren't even going to be able to level up like a paladin or a shaman in that 1 week. So there will be a certain subset of guilds who will be able to run those raids and try, having the full possible roster. I feel like they could have extended that. I have seen some comments on Twitter, people saying that like a huge missed opportunity because we could have had level 60 rating in Nax and speed runs or just normal runs using Shaman and Paladin, which would have been a lot of fun. Like maybe a little bit of like extended content for that. But now we're really not going to get that unless you're super hardcore.
Yeah, maybe one or two raids or something might experience it. What's your theory, Def?
So I think originally they wanted to have a longer pre-patch. I think what happens is there's multiple things going on here. Okay, number one is pre-patch, they had to figure out a time. Okay, do they want to try and limit the amount of people going through the dark portal? That's one theory. I don't think that's a big thing because obviously there's going to be a lot of people leveling paladins and Draenei's, and maybe they're trying to say, okay, those people will come out a little bit after the people who were originally going through the dark portal. But I think a lot of people were expecting, myself included, to have a longer pre-patch, but it feels a lot to me like they're rushing the TBC release date. Number one reason I feel like that is because the beta, there's still a lot of bugs, right? Nightbane is still obviously not working correctly. He's getting stuck in the air multiple times. There's still a lot of bugs per classes. I really feel like there's been a lot of pressure put on this team to get this done as quickly as possible and as fast as possible because of the current climate that WoW is in. Shadowlands is doing very bad. They are trying to monetize the fuck out of TBC. The quicker that comes out, the quicker they can make money off this, the more money they can make. I think a lot of it comes down to dollar signs. I think the quicker this comes out, the more money they'll be able to get. I think the people up above and high up in Blizzard, they want to see this happen now. The game's going to get rushed out. There's going to be a lot of, either way, there's going to be bugs, right? It launches. Either way, it's going to launch with bugs. But I feel like there's probably going to launch with a little more bugs now. And I think that they are, as we see here with the $60 Deluxe Edition, 35 clone, $40 boost, a lot of ways to monetize and a lot of ways to make money here. So that's my kind of 2 cents put into it.
Gotcha. I hear you loud and clear, Ale. I think one's in the chat if you feel this way. I mean, share your opinions in the chat too. Let's have a discussion, guys. you know, it might have been a missed opportunity for them to stretch the content a bit, and it would have been really exciting and fun. And it would have been a way for them to get away with doing a Classic Plus without having the whole community be up in arms about it, right? Like everybody, it would be like justifiable. Oh, TBC's coming. That's why it kind of is how it is right now in a Classic environment. And to see rating, for people to take it a little bit slower and not feel super rushed to get their characters up. These are all things that goes through my head. I feel like that decision would have made them more money too if they stretched it for like 6 weeks. The community would have no problem, you know, with more subs, spending more subs, more monthly subscriptions, right, to experience that. Kind of just stretch the content a bit. So it's confusing.
Thing too, didn't they also leak that the 9.1 was going to be dropping July 1st? So it's a little bit of a have the TBC launch June 1st, July 1st, 9.1. I don't know if that was confirmed or not, but. I think a lot of it does end up unfortunately coming down to money. But all in all, like I said, I think I tried to look at those points and think, obviously it would have been cool to try a lot of this stuff out, but like, we're gonna have 2 weeks to have some fun, right? And I think the beta might be ending soon. Who knows? We'll see. But usually when the pre-patch hits, the beta is no longer available. Usually, right? So will the beta be ending within the next week or so? I don't know, but I think in the next couple weeks we're gonna see a lot of stuff happening. A lot of things going up in price in the auction house, a lot of things going down in price. A lot of people running GDAPs to get the gear they want. It's going to be a clusterfuck for the next month or so, and it's going to be an interesting time to be playing WoW for sure.
Yeah. So if it is the 18th, the pre-patch, right, and you start your Blood Elf and Draenei there, because that's literally Gray's plan. We need to get him up. You can get him to 60 in that time, right? It's just going to be tight. But here's the thing: once pre-patch goes live. Mage boosting, are we still going to see it? Like even in even in the SM tier, right? Because there will be an AOE cap in place. I think 60 pallies could AOE boost all the way through ZF, right? Like Tommy and Grays, I saw you doing that as well. So you can get basically characters up to high 40s, or is it 50s? The ZF boost takes you. We're going to be seeing a lot of that. I don't know. What are you saying?
The good mages and paladins who have done their homework are still going to be able to boost. Not sure about mages max level, but definitely through SM. Ted J's been doing a lot of stuff with paladin. It's only people I think that have done their homework and have the gear sets. You may not see as much boosting. Maybe you guys have some insight. I know AO, you're more a part of the sweaty group of players a lot of times, and I'm sure there's tons of boosting plans that you've been a part of those conversations. Maybe.
Yeah, we have a really good mage who's just going to do the boosting still, who's figured out how to do everything with flame strike. So he's going to be powering people through that. There's also going to be a bunch of hunter tagging as well as summoning around to stuff going on. Definitely a lot harder, right? Because the alliance side, they're just going to use paladins for everything. Yeah. So, or for most stuff. So. But the earlier levels will be much faster.
It's a little bit of a shame that the 2 weeks pre-patch kind of forces people into boosting. If you want to level in time,
either way, dude. Yeah.
I guess, but this forces people much more than it would have.
It does.
Yeah. If it was a longer
there's
pre-patch,
not really content to do.
Yeah. If it was a longer pre-patch, let's say it's 2 months. Maybe some people in the chat or you guys would not boost just because what else is there to do? You're chilling, you're already prepared. If it was like a 2-month pre-patch, maybe it would just level naturally. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But,
so one thing a lot of people are, I don't know, maybe in the assumption that mage boosting is like, oh, it's not gonna mage boosting is still gonna be, especially on the horde side, the way to boost, right? Like Al was saying, there's a mage that is a lot of mages know what to do come. The pre-patch. Obviously, it might take a little bit longer. Obviously, it might take higher skill, exactly. But the mages who know how to do it are going to be making bank because they're still going to be the only ones on the horde side who are probably going to be able to do it, at a feasible rate. And it might take a little bit longer. They might have to do a little bit, different things here and there, but it's still going to be very popular. It's still going to be happening all the time, and mages are on the horde side are definitely. And I think there is a good mages who could probably do it quicker than some paladins out there right now, especially the paladins on the alliance side. I'm sure they're going to be, there will be definitely certain dungeons that are better for paladins, certain better for mages, obviously. But I think a good mage can still kind of be up there with what a paladin can do come pre-patch.
Yeah. So it's a 2-week time period. I think also the leveling is going to get condensed. Leveling in the open world is actually going to get a huge boost, guys. Like how I've been told, 1 to 60 is going to be similar to like 1 to 43, the halfway mark in TBC actually. So if you do level up in the open world, it's going to be a lot more efficient. I think it's like 30% XP bonus from quests and 10 to 15% less XP needed for each level after level 20. So the 1 to 60 is actually going to feel a lot shorter. I saw Tactics on one of his speedruns recently, and he got to level 60 in a breeze compared to his other speedruns. So that's something to keep in mind, leveling in the open world. I know a lot of people were excited about one last leveling experience in the pre-patch. You know, everyone's going to make Blood Elves and Draenei's. We're going to have 5-man Blood Elf teams. And it does feel kind of bad that we're shortened down to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be a shill, but again, and this is consistent with how Blizzard has acted for the last year. I'm not surprised. I'm honestly not upset. This is the game that we play. This is the Blizzard that we pay for. But yeah, it's frustrating. Feels like a missed opportunity, but I mean, what else did you guys really expect?
Here's another thing.
honest-
It kind of Oh, go ahead, dude. Sorry, man.
Yeah, to come back to Defcam's point from before and Grace now, I am kind of upset about it, even though I'm excited to play TBC as soon as I can. It yet again, in my opinion, shows that Blizzard is not putting Classic high on its priority list, because if Defcamp is right, at least they kind of release it faster so it doesn't coincide with Shadowlands, right? Even though Shadowlands has less players, if rumors are true. So it leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth, if I'm totally honest. Yeah, you cannot really, like, they don't take it seriously, right? People want to take holiday, want to take period of work, and now you simply can't. And they would never do something like that for their actual retail game.
Well,
Bounce
okay,
off of
the
that.
retail people are. I've been reading. I've actually been listening to some of those Asmongold videos where he's like chewing out retail, and there's one with Bellular where he was getting so mad about retail. I think a lot of the retail players are thinking that Blizzard doesn't care about retail and are prioritizing Classic. Maybe they just don't give a shit about either. I don't know. I mean, they're saying, like, imagine, like, putting money and resources into Classic when you could be fixing this in 9.1 or 9.2 or 9 point whatever it is. It's just.
Well, I think a lot of people had something to say about like the mount and shit like that, but we'll get to that. I think so. To bounce off of Dunedate's point, I think like a lot of people. I've never heard of any time there being, even though it's a release of an old expansion. Has there ever been a time where Blizzard has given so little notice to something so major as this, right? We're talking 3 weeks to a fucking, little over 3 weeks to a new expansion. Like, not new, but to a, like, release of something major. That is really, 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 really fucking, like, that is a really short amount of time. I can't think of any other time that Blizzard has done something like this in such a short period. So, now it's so close before. And, I think there are a lot of retail people who assume that, but I think the issue is much more deeper than that. I don't think it's the fact that, is Blizzard, thinking, I think the fact of the matter is that they just are, like, they missed some major opportunities here. I think they're basically at a point right now where they're, like, in the they're just trying to claw out of the hole right now, right? They're trying to claw the fuck out of the hole. They're in absolute fucking, like, what the fuck do we do mode. Let's release as soon as possible. Fucking Shadowlands is garbage right now. People are complaining. They are in just fuck me mode. Let's get whatever the fuck out.
Hold up. Let me put my Blizzard shill hat on. Let me put my. I gotta make one or something. Hey, okay, hear me out, yo. Hot take, whatever. Okay, hear me out. Look at this blue post, man, from my boy Kyvax. Like, they're banning multiboxing again. They're doing something that doesn't make them money. They say, look, they banned software multiboxing, right? And these cringe lord supremes went out and literally set up a freaking data center in their house so they could hardware multibox using like 47 different little tiny computers you can buy off Amazon to jump through the loophole. And Blizzard was like, nope. Like, we were trying to ban multiboxing conceptually, not like this technicality. So they went and banned hardware multiboxing, and by the looks of this, it makes it even seem that you can't log into another account at the same time. Like, you're one human being, you can be logged into this world on one account, and I like it, dude. I like this. This makes them less money, right? And I like that. Also, they made Nightbane harder. They tweaked care a little bit. They're doing stuff. They added the tornadoes in arena. Some love it or hate it. Some people hate that, right?
I love it.
What else did they do? They did some stuff recently. Let me see.
The drums.
Yeah, the drums, tinnitus. there's some signs of life here.
There absolutely are, and that's not. I wasn't arguing against that, Kargoz. I think that the thing is like they are definitely listening to the community on certain things, but they are closed off on others. Right? When it came to the boost, I think the majority of the community was against the boost. Still went ahead and did that. Right? So I think and the other thing is too, when we're talking about multiboxing, like this is something that I think has been coming for a long time. A lot of people have been complaining about this. They've been saying like how much money can they actually make off of fucking multiboxing. The initial soft, you could say, ban on it was obviously not enough. Now there's pretty much a hard ban on any form of multiboxing that uses any simultaneous gadgets or fucking whatever. I don't know the technical word, but I honestly think that they are still trying to get this out as soon as possible. Like, of course, a lot of good things that are being done. A lot of I'm very happy about a lot of things, but there's still a lot of things that are you have to look at with a certain what are they trying to do here with getting the release so quickly with monetizing all these certain aspects of it. So I think they're definitely trying to compromise, which is a good thing. I think the compromise is definitely a good thing, but I don't think we're ever going to be 100% happy with how things go. I think this is a pretty good median, though. I am overall happy with how things are going to be going into TBC.
So try to clear your mind. Everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat, clear your mind. What are the issues as they stand right now? They fixed a bunch of PvP stuff recently. Well, let that marinate in your mind. So, they fixed some stuff. There's still some issues. Are there any things that you're trying to go to bat for? I feel like AL has a good sense of this type of stuff. What's still bothering you? What's wrong with the game?
I mean, the biggest thing I think that's not in is the healing numbers, or the first thing that comes to mind, right? Is that you should have floating combat text for healing numbers in TBC. And that's something that Def Camp has been going to bat for since the very start, which is honestly a great part of healing and a lot of fun. Which is just strangely missing and has been reported since the very beginning. So that's one thing that's really visually apparent. Some of the raid stuff is still kind of weird as well. Nightbane is actually very strange, which I've done some research into. I can talk about later. As well, there's still there's a lot of rogue PvP issues as well, combo points, losing combo points, a lot of things like that as well. They've now got the arena system in, which is really good. The honor system, I guess, although nobody's been testing it. They've been knocking big stuff off, so I could potentially see them getting most of the stuff ready if they continue to work straight through. But there's still a lot of buggy stuff.
There is a lot of it is class based. I think were combo points fixed yet? The combo point bug that was happening?
No, they're not.
Yeah,
that's still broken.
Pets are still really wonky.
Yeah, pets are super wonky.
That's a really bad one as well.
Pet control.
Hunter and Warlock pets are just
unusable.
A lot of just
they're just
Go ahead, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying a lot of very bugs that are a lot of things that we're 100% still not sure yet with too, right? We're talking about the Nightbane fight, you're talking about the debuff and how it's stated in pre-patch, so Nightbane's a very interesting fight because it was fixed it was nerfed 3 months or so into TBC. Not a lot of people killed it before. Now the issue that we're having is, going by the way that the things were worded in the pre-nerf content patch, was that for the Smoldering Breath, I believe it's called, for the debuff that's put on the healers or the people who have the most threat, it says use a Holy Paladin using fuck is the threat thing, Righteous Fury. To get all the threat and then make sure that the debuffs go on him. Well, what's happening now is the debuffs are, yes, they're going on the person with the most threat, but it's not only going on that person, it's going on 3 other people, and it literally pretty much one-shots whoever it's on if it doesn't get dispelled. The other issue is that the Immolation Aura, if you have any melee, now I love the fact that you can't do magical damage other than Holy onto the ads. I think that's a really cool thing, but the issue that you're having is if you bring melee, they're getting hit by the Immolation Aura. So most people are saying, let's just fucking stack hunters. And it can be healed and dealt with if that is the fact. But if multiple healers are getting this debuff and trying to spell it, this and the other, the only way we actually cleared it with Crix and the rest of those guys is because we had all of our healers with soul stones and we're able to die and res again. People say, gear's the issue here. Well, the fact is, even with tier 5 equivalent gear, you're still going to be dying like the amount of damage that's going out there is that. So the problem is that a bug? Is multiple people getting that debuff a bug, or is it working as intended? And I think Nightbane is one of those fights where they changed it, not just because of those issues, but they may have changed it because they felt like people felt forced to bring only hunters to this fight, which is why they changed a fight like Moru. Was because people were bringing certain classes because of the pushback. Now, I'm okay with them keeping it as it was, as pre-nerf, because it makes it a lot harder. But of course, you're going to have people stack, hunters and stack certain classes. But if the debuff is not working as intended, then I think that needs to be changed. But everything else, like I said, I'm okay with. People need to realize that there's going to be class stacking happening.
That doesn't bother me that much, though, class stacking. I like hard bosses. I like it when the raid community, the PvE community, which is probably the biggest community in WoW, the people who enjoy raiding and getting gear and all that, I like it when they have a challenge and killing a boss actually impresses people. That's a cool-ass thing to happen. And, right now, Nightbane is actually freaking hard, man. Like,
it is.
If you go in there with a suboptimal comp, you're kind of
mandatory boss, right? So it makes it like,
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. It is a mandatory boss.
Not in the beginning it isn't, though. Like, what I'm saying is, when the game first
released, you need it to key up. You need it to key up for dungeon for tier 5.
For tier 5, right? But I mean, like, at the start, it's not what I'm saying. So, like, at launch, it won't be until you need to do
I would say it's mandatory.
But you can't even do tier 5 for a while, though. For 2 months or something, right, Al?
You have to be able to kill it.
Yeah, eventually, before for 2 months, though. Yeah,
in that tier it isn't, but you have to be able to.
I love how it is right now. We're talking about problems because this game's getting pushed out so fast. What's so bad about maybe some of the PvE bugs working as intended, not working as intended? Maybe they fix it halfway through. I mean, is that the worst thing in the world if we interact with the bosses because they have one extra ability? I think the worst kind of bug, because everything's getting pushed so fast, is just making sure that the classes work correctly. The pets are all over the place. Paladins aren't getting mana back from spiritual attunement on HOTS.
They are now.
Okay, they are now. Just all the other bugs you guys have listed, maybe the class bugs, that would be the most important ones that maybe I would want fixed. But if it's like the open world PvE, what's so bad about a boss being overtuned or not working as intended? And the community comes around and figures it out, and they, it's an experience.
What we're trying to do. I mean, that's what we're trying to do right now in beta, right? It's exactly what we're trying to do.
So I would
figure out how it works.
Maybe the world being bugged is priority here. I mean, it would be nice if everything was working as intended.
All I know is whatever they did with Kara, now Graze is trying to run like 3 Karas a day. I look in the guild chat, people are trying to run like 2 Karas a day. People are actually enjoying Kara. Like, Kara's actually pretty fun. I was enjoying Kara.
I'm so glad.
Your name should be Kara for days.
Kara for days.
Yes.
Dude, I'm so glad we got to experience the first Kara and the second one. I don't know what they did, but Karazhan with the gear that we have. And what's crazy is we're able to simulate, this pre-raid Karazhan, raid after raid after raid after raid. I think that's why it's so fun. In the real thing, everyone's going to get geared up, and maybe the second, third, fourth Kara lockout won't be as fun as this pre-raid Kara that still has challenges. If you chain pull anything, it's a wipe. Maybe not a full wipe, but you're going to take time to reset. So
yeah, Kara's pretty fun, bro.
I want to just say, like, what I was saying, Grace, when I was saying, like, we need to figure these things out. I think, like, what you just said is, like, exactly the fun of it, though. Like, we went into Kara the other day, just trying to down Nightbane because we wanted, figure out what's going on with it, what's happening, like, and to me that is absolutely the fun of it, right? That is 100% the fun of it. But I'm not going to say that I don't worry that the way certain things are, like, because there's two sides to everything, right? And I think, like, one of my favorite fun things to do is to have a difficult boss that you overcome, that you gain knowledge over the time, right? But at the same time, I have to look and think of like okay, is this going to force people to not want to play certain classes? This is going to force people to, because, like, what we're talking about with Al, looking at heroics, looking at other fights, like, where they have the sweeping strikes in, where they have things, are people just going to say, we're not going to fucking invite, warriors or rogues now because...
Yo, that's softened a bit, though, no? Is that just me? I feel like that's softening a bit. Like, people... It's almost like... Or maybe that's a personal thing, because it was the same thing for Classic for me, right? Like, I would speak in absolutes going into Classic, because, you don't know everything about Classic, so you try to act like you know perfectly what the meta is going to be. And then when you see it in action, and you see there's some wiggle room there, I don't know, I feel like it's relaxed a bit. Like, we rode 3 rogues in a Kara the other day, and, I don't know. Like, I saw people are running Fury Warriors and Arms Warriors and stuff in Karas.
I agree.
And Melee's kind of pumping a little more than people thought. There's an enhanced Shaman doing 1.1k DPS in ours, like, for a bunch of fights and stuff. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think it's relaxing a little bit. I think that's partly because some streamers are going less min-max, like Stay Safe, for example. So I got the feeling, general opinion on stacking classes changed from classic to now. That being said, though, raids gonna be harder, and harder raids promote stacking classes, so it might swap around again. But yeah, we cannot really predict that, and maybe we didn't really figure it out on the beta. Maybe you can do it without stacking hunters, and there's a different way of doing it with a good, like a spread class combination you don't know yet.
It's funny because like I'm a healer, right? And I honestly like what I care about is like right now healing feels so fucking good. Like there's nothing better to me than how TBC healing is. It's fucking you know, it's challenging. It makes you think about every fucking global you use. But like I don't know, I've heard Al talk as much, and I have said things before where I'm like I got to think about what I'm saying here, because am I like what I say does have implications, and I don't want certain things to like I've pissed off some melee classes because I'm like, yeah, it should be this way, it's hard, it's this, that, and the other, and they're like, no, it shouldn't be like this, it has to, it's not fair for melee, it's not fair for this. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but that's that is how it was in TBC, a lot of these things. So I always try to think of like both sides of the point, right? I always try to think like, yeah, I'm having fun, I'm doing like a lot of fun, but like, you know what I'm trying to say here? I'm trying not to like, I'm trying to take in everyone, and maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just think about
you should.
my own fucking thing, and then that's it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But it's a hard balance, I guess as a game designer, that's one of the hardest things to do. You want things to be properly hard, but you want every class to be part of the raid composition at the same time.
Exactly.
So, and the problem is we are playing an old game that's not actively like balanced and stuff. So you kind of have to go with what we have. If it's a new game, you can balance things and make sure in the next raid rogues are useful, for example, or tweak fights a little bit so melee are more useful in the next raid here. But you cannot do that now because it's already made. So,
but
I
with
think
that
that's
said,
one of the huge challenges.
Wise words, Dunadan. With that said, TBC, the formula, all factors considered, chat. And some of you know this already because you played it on P servers or you just remember it from back in the day. The formula is fire. Like, there's so much to do. And I watched this video with Asman the other day. He was talking about Shadowlands, and he was shitting on Shadowlands. He was saying that basically a good game shouldn't waste your time. It should fill in the sentence here, chat. Like it shouldn't feel like you have to waste your time. Like it just wastes your time without you knowing it.
Wasting your time.
Yeah, like you don't even realize you're wasting your time, right? Or whatever. Well, TBC like has that formula just as it is. Like it's such a fun game. There's so much to do. Just the way the items work. That on PvP, like in arena, there's a perfect combination of needing PvE gear, needing profession gear. You have just enough flexibility with gems and stuff to have your own little like unique, talent build or play style. I don't know, man. The stars kind of aligned with it in the same way that they did with Classic. It's just really a lot of fun, guys. So, all right. So multi-boxing band again. TBC hype. TBC hype. It's becoming a meme. Yeah, deluxe edition. Yeah. We can talk about that. So
who's buying the deluxe edition? Maybe a 1 if you're buying it, a 2 if you're not. I mean, I'll be honest, man. I gotta buy the deluxe edition. You have to.
Can you kick him, Kargoz?
Kick him?
Yeah, please get him out of here, guys.
I don't want to ruin the cameras. I'll mute him for a little bit. I'm muting him.
Oh,
There we go.
no.
He's muted. There we go.
You want that mount, baby. Don't lie.
Okay. So let's see. Okay, let me pull up the.
That's.
let me pull up the.
Listen this one, guys.
Let me pull up the browser content here.
My deluxe edition is the TBC box I have behind me that I got originally. That's what my fucking box is.
Def Camp, don't act like you're not gonna do it. Kargoz,
I'm not fucking.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't think I will though. If I got an advantage of it.
I am not buying the fucking deluxe. You're fucking crazy if you think I'm buying that shit.
Well, Melderon would probably disown you as a brother. I'll tell you that. Melderon would probably like disown you if he did.
Okay, I kind of want to just get it so I can put on the shiny fucking feet to bug Melderon and Def Camp.
I can see you.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of tanking, and I'll put it on just to see Melderon just go. Jesus Christ, Dale! You put on those damn feet. You bought them. You do this again. He would just lose it.
Let's go over it, yo. Let's go over it, boys.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh man.
Maybe you should just first look a little bit at the prices they gave at two things, because if you look into it, I think they did it really smart. Like, people expected the level boost, I think at least, to be the same price as a retail level boost, so $60. I had guessed it's a little bit lower. It's like $40.
We all
So,
guessed it.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay, I guessed 60, and now
okay.
it's 40, so it's like, okay, that's cheaper, and then people might be inclined to buy it. And at the same time, then the deluxe edition is really, really expensive, in my opinion. But yeah, if you want to buy then the 40 boost, well, maybe you can pay the additional $30. So it's like, it's not that expensive that people that were already buying the $60 boost or were going to do that before, they can add like $10 and get the deluxe edition.
Yo.
So I feel like they kind of nailed the prices, forced, like, try to, what's the English word, like, lure people into buying it.
They priced it
What
smart.
incentives do you have to buy this?
Let's go over it. Let's go over what it entails. Just real quick, my Two's partner Brand said warp stalker mount into the middle of the arena instantly tilts your enemy. It's actually pay to win. Yo, it's kind of true though. Imagine you're queuing up, you got your pumper music playing, you're like, all right, let's go on double undead DPR, and they just roll up on warp stalker mounts, dude. Like, you might be feeling a certain kind of way about that.
Hold up. People are saying you get 100% speed mount at level 30 the way this is bought. Because I did hear someone mention that too. I don't want to be spreading fake news if that's not the case. But think about like a level 39 twink. If you don't buy the boost, you're running on 100% speed mount. Like, you have to.
True.
No,
Is it going to be like the
they mean it
motorcycle
turns to
where you
100%
make
mount when
you can
hit
use it
level
on
60.
different characters though? Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
How scuffed is that, man? Oh,
You know how in retail you can pull out
you
the
can't-
motorcycle at level 1? Is it going to be like that with this mount for all your tunes? I wonder.
Dude, what I'm saying is you can't add crap like this into the game, and
Wait.
because it's not designed for it. Like, you're adding
Are you
100%
sure
speed
it
mount at level
doesn't
30.
turn into 100% mount when you hit level 60?
I don't know. I did hear like a video
But
talking
a
about
lot of
how
mount-
this was pay to win. I don't know.
It's
they're gonna give you,
account
like,
wide and it's level 40, 100%. Oh! If that's
level
true,
40,
that's
sorry.
actually Omega scuff though, if that's true.
Wait,
I mean,
is that
leveling's already
The
done.
only mount that is
I don't know.
like that, right?
Let's try to like read it. Let's read
level
it.
40, 100%?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what
Insane.
some people are saying. But
Is
that's
that
just
confirmed?
That's just Twitch chat, bro. You can't take it too seriously.
Probably not.
It requires 75 skill, exactly what you're saying, Agrius. I don't know how that's possible then.
Let's read it. Let's read it. Let's
Like,
You
read it.
gotta buy the
beat-
boost if you want to keep up with the Joneses. You gotta buy the boost.
No, okay, first of all, nobody in all of Azeroth will ever see the Viridian Face Hunter and be like, oh my god, what a legend. They speak about his name in the Hall of Legends. About the undead rogue on his Viridian Face Hunter. Like, nobody's gonna think you're cool with the mount, right? Like, we're already kind of like past that. We've seen already so many different mounts and shapes and sizes. Like, this will not increase your social value. Riding it's kind of like something you mount like when nobody's looking, right? You're like, all right, I kind of want to see this mount I bought. Let me mount up. And somebody catches you and they're like, what the fuck are you doing, man? All right. Anyway, let's read
Dude,
this.
Nate already said he's kicking everyone out of his guild that mounts up on one.
Okay, look at that is a serious
People in the
shit right
fellowship
now.
are gonna
He's
meet up
fucking dead set on that shit.
in the
Yeah.
middle of the night and ride their Viridian Phase Hunters.
All right, so let's stick to TBC. So like, what is going to happen when you get this mount? It's obviously not a flying mount, right? So it's just a ground mount.
Yeah, let's read it. Let's read the whole thing.
yeah.
Blizzard, Burning Crusade Classic Deluxe Edition costs $70. Posted 1 hour and 4 minutes ago. Blizzard has announced the TBC Classic Edition will be $70. The Deluxe Edition includes many items that can be used in TBC pre-patch. In pre-patch, you get to ride this mount in pre-patch, boys. Such as a leveling boost and a Hearthstone, but also contains a mount that can be used in the live Shadowlands game. There you go, man. Okay, intrepid explorers looking to further enhance their TBC Classic experience can purchase the optional Deluxe Edition. Okay, you get the Reawakened Phase Hunter mount, a creature that draws on the otherworldly energies that transformed Draenor into Outland for use only in Burning Crusade Classic, and designed to match the look of the original expansion.
All right, stop for 1 second. That
Okay.
means they lowered the res of it to fit into the rest of TBC, which it's still going to be a fucking eyesore, and it's still going to be out of place, right? Like, I understand they tried to make it look like it should be in TBC, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ale called that. I remember actually when that came out, Ale was like, the pixel density is lower or something. I thought you were tripping, but you're actually right. All right. Then you get some retail mount. A Dark Portal Hearthstone for use in Burning Crusade Classic, providing a unique visual effect inspired by the gateway between worlds. So I don't really fully understand this. Is this a separate Hearthstone that takes you to the Dark Portal, or what? Or
No, I think it's gonna be like a custom Hearthstone. You can toggle on and off. I really don't know. The inner Grays, the inner scumbag in me kind of likes it. It's kind of cool, but what pisses me off about the change is we're gonna have WoW Token and Wrath of the Lich King. Like, we're heading to toys, we're heading to mounts. It's a shop. That's the thing that I
We
hate
might have
most
it in
about this.
TBC, dude.
Well, it's frustrating. Like, why are we adding this stupid trinket in TBC Classic? And it just leads to the mount.
it's because we opened that can of worms of that hashtag some changes, though. That's why. I mean, but
Which is scum.
like, yeah, I don't know.
I like that it's cosmetic, if that's it. Yeah, I hate the mount. I mean, cosmetic, fucking A, man. If they have to, if they gotta make a buck,
Oh my god.
let it be cosmetic.
Right.
But that even ruins the world.
What
right?
up, man? What up?
Yeah, I got a link for you. I'm gonna send it to you, Kargoz. It
Okay.
is like jarring.
It's jarring.
It's jarring. Y'all send
Okay.
it.
Let's see. Standing by for jarring link. So we get a toy. Poggers. Get a little toy. Dark Portal Hearthstone. What the hell is this?
It's
Dude,
literally,
what
literally
the
opens
hell
up
is
a
this?
portal around you.
Oh, hell no, dude.
You guys want to see it, chat?
Bro, we're playing retail.
Hold on. Let's see it. Let's take a look. I need to make sure it's safe. Planet Fitness ad. Stand by. Okay. Want to see this, chat?
Card in.
Whoa, what is this? Hold on. Okay. What? Dark Portal Hearthstone.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Uni of the Clismcast here, starting off this new short series of very short videos looking at TCG items within World of Warcraft. This first episode, we're going to look
like
at
this
the
one
Dark
is like
Portal
real
Hearthstone,
bad.
show off what it looks like, and give my opinions, as well as a look
I've never
at
seen
the
this
actual
before.
card you
I've
get
never
it
seen
from
this either.
and what pack. So, where do we get this card? We
Okay,
get
that
it
card
from
game
the
actually kind of
Betrayal
slapped,
of
though.
the
I played it
Guardian
in addition to
expansion
just
set
collecting it. It was mad fun
Cryptozoic
back in the day.
TCG items for World of Warcraft. And this was released on the 22nd of February.
This is a
2013,
trading card game reward?
and you
So you could actually...
back in the day,
get one of these every 132 booster packs. That's
Dark
a rare
Portal
of 1
Hearthstone.
out of 100.
Does that? It makes me.
Two, it also
Yeah.
shares a distribution of two other loot cards, the Gusting Grimoire Pet, which we'll look at in a future episode, and indeed the Ghastly Charge of Skull, which we will not be looking at, which is a very expensive and sought after and rare mount within World of Warcraft.
Does it work?
So, once you have redeemed this card in Booty Bay,
Wait, what?
Wait.
you will have
No way! It makes a gigantic
It's
dark
basically
portal around you.
ability as your normal Hearthstone, only the casting
No
ability
way,
obviously
dude.
shows here
What?
translucent.
It
Okay.
keeps it there? Yo, the memes that are gonna come
So-
out. People are gonna spell out like horrible things with like
So there's
dark
gonna be a
portal.
lot of people who come out and say, "Oh, this like why is this a big deal? Doesn't it affect your game?" Like it does, dude. This affects my fucking world. This affects how the game feels to a lot of people. And like I hate that argument. Like, oh,
This
why
was
does it
in back in the day though, Def Camp. You have to keep in mind, this was in real TBC.
Yeah,
It
except
came
now
out
one
when the
had
card
I
came
never
out.
saw
Everyone fucking had it.
a Hearthstone
I never
with the
saw
fucking
it.
dark portal behind their back.
Yeah, I've never seen this in game before, and the fact is, you're gonna see it a lot in
This
fucking
first episode,
game.
we're
now.
going to look at
So,
the
that's
Dark
what it is.
Hearthstone.
Whoever buys
You're,
it-
you're gonna walk into Ultimart and there's gonna be a dark portal, like you know how it's like a flashbang whenever all the dancers pop out in there. You're just gonna see dark portal in between the bank and the auction house. Like, what the hell am I playing, dude? This is not World of Warcraft. This is
Warcraft.
Yeah.
And this was
The
released
problem
on
is this is just the
22nd
beginning, right? So
2013.
they were not going to do a cash up. Well, they did actually. So whatever they say, deluxe edition or not, is just a cash up. And if they add more stuff like this, like multiple mounts and multiple of those things, I'm gonna be totally honest. I will play TBC and then I go back to private servers. I will not do that.
What?
To
Damn.
I cannot
days.
stand it. It's disgusting.
How long until you can boost?
Well, okay, well, what private server are you
And-
going
and
to?
you-
Because
and
here's
you-
my thing.
and
Private
you
servers
know
had
that-
these toys, bro. And honestly, they were still competitive. People still cared about Sunstrider and the, you know, like endless. Honestly, I mean, the Voldemort servers, whatever you want to call them, some of them are pretty polished and professionally done and stuff. And they had these toys. It didn't break the game. You know, it didn't literally destroy the game. I never saw this thing.
You know
though.
what? Like,
Private servers have pay to win.
there's so much of the community that is against this that like trolls are gonna buy this and just like chain them off. You just know what's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
exactly.
Yo, what if you made a level 1? You could still make this big ass portal if you just ran to like Orgrimmar and on a level 1 because it would be account wide, right?
Probably.
It's so
Why can't this just be like a retail function? Why's it gotta be? In
yeah,
TBT,
indeed.
man?
It's fucking stupid, man. What the hell?
Oh god. This-
That and
You know,
or-
the main problem starts when you have so many mounts that you cannot even, like, let's say you have a raptor or a tiger from ZG, and no one knows that you got it from ZG because there's 500 mounts that you can buy from the shop. That's so
I was just about to talk about the Dune game. Like the fact
ridiculous.
of TBC, like Classic and TBC mounts were very, like if you got back in the day, you got a fucking Netherwing, like that was prestigious, right? Back in the day, if you got your fucking Glad mount, that was really prestigious, and just adding another like little super mount to that, people's, you know, the argument you hear is, oh, it's just a fucking mount, it's only one mount, this and another, but it does take away from the experience that you get, like when you get an actual fucking mount that means something. So the fact of the mount, the fact of this fucking thing, it diminishes the actual achievements in the game for me, right? I don't know how other people feel, but that's how I feel. For me, it diminishes a lot of other aspects of the game. And you know, this isn't going to be the end of it, right? There's obviously, if they have the fucking cojones to do this now, how long until we see Blood Elf Draenei boost? How long until we see how long until we see faction changes? How long until we see all these other things, right?
Yeah. It's all coming, dude. It literally is all coming. Like the cat's out of the fucking bag.
We've accepted our
Pandora's
fate.
box is open.
We've
Like,
accepted our fate for the last year.
As soon as they got,
As much as I hate to say it, like this has been how they've operated for the last year, and we all knew it was coming. We all knew, everyone's been saying WoW token and TBC, Wrath of the Lich King. Like it. Have you guys not accepted your fate yet? I mean, we're still gonna get to play TBC.
Yeah.
yes,
We just give up with the fact that it's not gonna be like the good old days. Let's just enjoy this experience. How are we supposed to approach this?
It's
like there's a line in the sand, though, you know, right?
There is a line.
okay. Where's the line in the
If they
sand? For me,
go-
line in the sand is if stuff is affecting game. Like imagine that mount could swim at a faster speed, right? Imagine the mount could teleport ahead. Imagine if okay, WoW token is kind of much closer to that line in the sand to me. The fact that you can just you know buy a gazillion WoW tokens and infinite gold, and it's all good. You know, I don't know. I'm kind of playing devil's advocate here a little bit, like because I'm just gonna basically like be in my lane spamming arenas and doing whatever, and this is just gonna be in the background and whatever.
You know what the problem is? You say you can enjoy the game, but people say that for retail as well. You can enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, do something else. Well, I don't enjoy it. I do something else. I play private server then. You know.
Sure.
Yeah. What about this Path of Illidan toy? Anybody have any footage of this? I actually remember this one. I had this one back in the day. It was like a really common card reward. This and the tabard. So I had like the Frost tabard, as well as this one. But yeah, you get this Path of Illidan toy, Dark Portal Pass. So this boosts one character to level 58. Same restrictions as the standalone Dark Portal Pass apply. Cannot be combined with the standalone Dark Portal Pass purchase. So this is the character boost, right? So it's still only one character boost per account, or is it two now?
Just one.
That's one.
Just one. So that's good. It's only one. Still, but and then the last thing is 30 days of WoW game time. So what do you think, guys? This is what you get. Is this worth it? To me, I'll start. Nothing here even seems remotely close to being worth it. Like,
Well, you get the 1 month. You get 30 days of playtime,
which is
and you get your
$15. $15. And how much is the boost?
How much is the
normally?
boost?
40.
Oh, so it's 55. Like it's
40. So $55. What's another 15 for the mount?
Nah, not
Yeah,
worth it.
that's
not
how
worth
it starts, Grace. What's
Not
another
worth it,
15
not
for
worth
the
it, not
mount?
worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth.
That's how it starts,
Because these
dude.
things will lower your social value. Using this mount, you are actually going to be memed on, dude.
Yeah, and all those are saying like, "Oh, guys, what are you talking about? What does it matter?" Like, you know, you got to remember, like, for us, like, this game is very fucking. It's something that we really care about. That's the only reason why we talk about these things. And obviously, some people don't care about it. That's fine. That's great, right? Like, but for us, obviously we care, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, But it's just how we personally feel about it. I personally, if I see someone with this mount, I'm probably gonna think like, okay. I'm not gonna think like down upon them, but it's gonna make me, I don't know. I might not fucking want to do arena with the person or something. I might not want to. I don't know.
I'm gonna run circles. I'm gonna run laps around you, Def.
Yeah, it has that social. Like you're right. You're absolutely right, Kargoz.
All right, one's in the chat if you're gonna buy it. Two's if you're not. Like, don't feel pressured. This is a safe place. You can just type what you think right here. One's if you're gonna buy it. Two's if you're not. Let's see where it's at. We see what we get here. Let's see.
I see ones, man. People are gonna buy it.
Do a poll. Start painting all the ones. Relax. A lot of twos, a lot of ones. Yeah, that's what it
Obviously,
is,
we're
man.
joking around. Like people are saying, like we're not going to vote him in the guild or this and another. But you like people, as human beings, everyone judges people, right, to a certain extent. When you see someone riding on this mount, and if you are highly against it, you're going to have some kind of social, prejudgment about this person. It's completely natural. It's completely normal. You know what I mean?
He's just speaking the truth, man. He's just speaking the truth.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Def Camp seeing a night elf female hunter, and he's going to want to kill it. You know? So that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
All right.
And people might even get bullied. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's an actual fucking. I think that's an actual legit. Yep. I will guarantee that people will get bullied for fucking riding on that mount. It's going to happen.
It's possible, man.
No, I'm definitely not going to be one of those person who do it, but I'm just saying, like, it will happen.
Let me try to find an image of the Ale. Could you try to maybe wherever you found that try to find an image of the feet so people can look at that too. Sure. I'm gonna move to this new one now here. So this is the next piece of it, guys. This is what had Melderon furious, and some of you might be upset. Take a look. Classic era character cloning service will cost $35. Blizzard has revealed that the classic era character cloning service will cost $35, available starting May 18th. So pre-patch. Yeah, this service is for players that wish to play the same character in both Burning Crusade Classic and World of Warcraft Classic. So, that's it really, man. I mean, does this cost Blizzard any money to do the clone? That's my initial thought. Like, maybe they could just offer the service for free instead of $35.
Dude.
Or is
that's
it,
a lot per character.
I don't know how it works in the back end, but it seems like the type of thing that you could just do for free. But what do you guys think?
$35 each tune.
Yep.
Of course. Yeah, it's just a cash grab. Again, consistent with Blizzard for the last couple of years. Nothing new. Melderon was pretty upset. He wanted to, clone 7 characters?
Yeah. So it is important to make the distinction, though. You can still play Classic without paying this, though, right? It's just that if you want to play both with your character.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I want to play on these classic servers? It's such a... you can't put these systems into this old game. What stops people from duping gold cap on a couple different characters, a combined effort with their entire guild, moving them to the classic? So like, gold doesn't mean anything.
Ooh.
Like, it's a 2-year-old server. Nobody wants to play on these classic servers. The only reason people pay for this $35 boost is to hold on to their memories. They can check this off their 15-year-old list. I got best in slot, tier 3 on my priest or my warrior, which is great. I'm glad that they have that. But that would be the only reason.
I think they will add. I think they will add content for those servers. So you're inclined to I think so. I personally don't see any reason right now to
wait.
$35.
Could you dupe though? Hold on. How would you dupe? Let's say
you can't dupe because everything gets snapshot at the same time, right? So like every character is snapshot at the exact same date, so you can't move stuff. There's no time where you could move stuff and then get a new snapshot.
Okay. So you can't just print gold.
Sorry.
I think they kind of confirmed they will add new content by making it this expensive.
New content for Classic?
Yeah. That's the only reason I can see to pay $35, and I might
Interesting.
even do it if it's like interesting content.
So Blizzard, if Blizzard approached it this way, chat, would this change anything in your mind? What if they said, all right, community, we can either just move on from Classic entirely or move into TBC, but it seems like there's a demand for Classic, not TBC. We're working on Classic Plus type content, or we're gonna roll fresh Classic servers 100%. They're coming out in a few months, so there is demand for that. So we're gonna offer that, and you can basically confirming there's gonna be new stuff for Classic. Would that soften? I don't know.
I think so. Then you pay for something, right? Because now you pay to be on a dead server. I guess.
I'm only doing
Dude,
it for
Blizzard, it's a punch in the gut. They're feeding off of people's nostalgia. There's people that want to immortalize this character. They'll never play Classic again, and they'll never achieve this gear again. on their second time through on Classic, in my opinion, they're not going to do anything with these servers. They're just going to die. And who wants to play on these servers as well? Also, I read that it's going to be the same servers that you're already on. So it's not like they're putting all the servers together. There's going to be a Scarum Duke. Okay, so 5% of the already pre-existing population.
They are putting servers together. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's
why
gonna be
you
like
have
Crossrealm, right?
The server
Classic.
tag now behind your name. If you send an email.
We are pretty significantly far as it stands, guys, from that original no changes, though. Isn't that kind of crazy if you think about it? If you think about, ooh, man, there's just we are very far from it. I'm not even trying to make necessarily a point. It's just interesting to take note of, right? There's like if you told the community, okay, who was here before Classic came out and remembered just all of the dialogue with the devs, right? If somebody from the future, like a Terminator guy, came to you and said, in 2 years, there will be cash shop mounts, server boost, cross-realm classic, all that. Like, people would be going crazy. But at the same time,
I think Meldoron said they never officially announced they are merging, but I think I remember they did. Yeah. If it was, I don't know.
They said they're gonna have each person will have it'll be like Def Camp, Scarum, you know what I mean? So they're gonna consolidate those realms because the actual realm that you're on now is the one that's going to TBC, right? So if I'm on Scarum now, that one is actually going to TBC. So yes, they're gonna consolidate those classic realms. Now, the only real reason in my mind to have this is like you guys said, for nostalgia reason. I don't think they're gonna add anything new to these servers, and if they do, it'll probably end up being new servers or whatever. But I think the main reason, and they're capitalizing on people's emotions, 100%. I want to keep my Def Camp character, my main character, on Classic for whatever fucking reason, right? But at the end of the day, I don't think you're gonna miss out on much if you don't buy this. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people.
Here's the thing, though: you can buy this thing 1 year from now, right? Because they made the snapshot already, and you can buy it 1 year from now. So there's
I thought there was a limited amount of time you can do this. They said.
I must have missed that. If there's no limited time, then you can basically buy it whenever you want to see your old character again. So you don't have to spend anything right now.
Once that time period's over, your character's either locked in Classic or locked in TBC. I'm pretty sure that they said something like that, right?
Yeah.
$35 for clone, paid boost, and a pre-purchase mount in the Deluxe Edition. You can rag on the hashtag No Changes crowd as much as you'd like, but you can't say that they are wrong on the slippery slope. WoW tokens, store pets, and store mounts when. Damn. A service that they do for free on PTR realms, and they want to charge $35. I don't know what I expected. That's crazy. The shitstorm is commencing in the comments. Oh, man.
Yeah, it feels bad, guys, for the route that it's going, but I don't know.
Would you rather this not exist, though? Would you rather it not exist and all characters move to TBC?
Oh, no.
This doesn't bother me too much because it doesn't do anything, like, it doesn't add cosmetics, it doesn't change anything. It's basically you copy your character to a different version of the game, so it doesn't change anything. I don't care too much. They can do whatever they want with those kind of things.
Yeah, honestly, this isn't like Meldoron, for whatever reason, wants to copy all of his character. I don't know why he wants to do that. But for me, I'm just going to copy my one character, and it's not that big of a deal. It's like whatever. Like this to me is a whatever.
Right.
And I kind of like what Graze is saying. I really do agree with like Graze. Like I'm so my joy and how much I care about TBC far outweighs any negative feelings that I feel. Right, but I still think we have to try to, that's the way this kind of stuff happens is when people, get lazy and say, oh, I don't give a fuck, let them do whatever they want. I feel like we do have to always, try to give some constructive feedback back and say, listen, I don't think this is a good idea. I think this is bad for the game.
Yeah.
If we don't do that, they're just going to do more and more and more and more.
Yeah, these are massive red flags.
Yeah, exactly.
These are definitely what I think one of the worst things from this, and you can see it already in the chat, is that people have very mixed opinions on it, and people start hating each other. And that's exactly what you see on sites like MMO Champion, where people are either very much against retail or very much in favor of it, and they can't stand people that play the other game. And the same, you can see basically the exact same thing happening now with people in favor of the changes. People hating other people for buying stuff. It's not healthy, man. It's so sad to see the exact same arguments being used that have been used for so many years on why people don't like retail, and then you see things coming back.
Based in Dunedain Pill, yo. Dunedain's a beast. He's a teacher in real life, and wise words coming out of him.
So right about that. Like,
baby.
Okay, I'm coming off the top rope.
Oh, Melderon coming in hot, boys. Get ready. Get ready.
I see a lot of people just kind of, and Dunedain's right, there's a lot of stuff in chat going on. It's like, you versus us. And if it doesn't piss you off that World of Warcraft is the most monetized video game in the world, and that this is just another way to get more money out of you, you should be angry as a consumer. It has nothing to do with, it shouldn't, like, okay, we can meme all day and say it should be in the game, it shouldn't be in the game. Like, let's forget that argument for a second. Think of yourself as a smart consumer, right? Like, think of it that way. It just feels bad knowing that the game you love has been monetized to a point to where it's almost laughable. No other game asks you to pay a subscription and then also monetizes in a secondary way. It's like WoW is the most monetized game in the world. And it's just, it's sad. It's sad, right? So just think of it that way. I'm not trying to be like the argument, like, make fun of people on the Warp Stalker mount, or, like, that's bad. You shouldn't make fun of people for what they do. It's their own money. They can do what they want. But at some level, you should feel a little like you're getting fucked, man. Like, at some point. Don't you guys? I mean, can we all at least agree on that?
Did you guys hear? Maybe you didn't listen to it yourself. Did you hear about that quarterly shareholders meeting that they do? Like, it happened recently. Apparently, their overall, like, Activision Blizzard player base shrank by like 5 million or something, right? Like,
they did, but they're still making money.
They made more money than ever. So this is like almost a move that's not towards growth. It's towards monetization, not growth. Because I feel like if they were trying to go for growth, you would just maybe approach it a bit differently.
I think that that this is exactly why I believe they pushed the date to June 1st, right? Is because they realized that, they are not, and they're burying themselves deeper and deeper, right? Because the less and less money they get from subscriptions, the more and more money they're going to feel like they need to get from cash op stuff, right? Yeah. So the fact is that Shadowlands isn't doing well, right? It's not doing well at all.
It's not.
So they do. They made it so that TBC.
Oh shit! I just fucked up.
No, I'm gonna fix it right now. Just stay here. We don't leave Melderon. Okay. Everybody loves your opinion. One's in the chat if you like Melderon here. One's in the chat.
Make sure that it's. They make sure that it's coming out now, June fucking 1st, right? It's gonna be monetized. This is what I'm saying. Like, the more and more that they have issues, and like the reason why they're getting issues is because of the fucking gameplay, right? The gameplay isn't where it should be. There's a lot of issues with Shadowlands and where people aren't happy. So what do? They fall back on things that they know that they're going to get money from, which is the fucking monetization, right? So they fall back on that. The more and more they rely on the monetization, the more and more they're going to implement more monetization into the game by ways of fucking boosts, by doing all this shit. It's a snowball effect that's going to get out of fucking control. And if we don't say anything about it now, it's just gonna get worse and worse. And if you don't fucking see that, if you can't see that, just look at retail WoW and look where we got to now. Like, there's
a reason why Asmongold was so mad when he heard about this, right? And like, for Asmon plays
Shadowlands, or was it about TBC?
He's a retail. Sorry,
was he mad about TBC, or wasn't that about Shadowlands that he got upset about?
He was very mad. No, he's also pissed off about the mount thing.
Yeah,
this was another big thing he was talking about, right? So obviously, World of Warcraft is in a bad state currently, like retail, right? Like, and you could say, well, that's the ebb and flow of retail. That's how it always has been, and there is some truth to that, right? But there are more and more people being disenfranchised by the game, and it looks like, unfortunately, TBC is now put on that pedestal as a way to monetize, and it's fine if you want to spend the money. Dude, spend the money. If that's what you want to do. Like, if you have the income to do that, then do it. Like, I'm not telling you how to spend your money. All I'm saying is that when we first originally wanted this game to come out, We wanted it as it was, right? And then obviously there's been some issues with that too. Obviously, people weren't prepared for how bad world buffs really were, even though we warned the community that they were going to be bad. There are changes that could have been made, 100% sure, right? And that's something that we have learned. But it was never on the table. No one in the original Nostalrius, the whole pulse of bringing this game back to life, wanted a cash shop. That's something that we did not want. We wanted to separate ourselves from retail as much as possible. We wanted you to be able to...
not so popular as well. Is that was a hard no stance they took on it.
Well, here's the thing, though. What if you knew for sure somehow in a crystal ball that you paying more to have like warp stock amount and all this would mean a higher quality product, more devs working on it, more community support, less bots? What if
I
they
would agree with
that?
you, Kargoz, if we saw that happening with retail, but we don't. We see a worse game every time.
Exactly. It's worse.
That's
and worse
the thing.
every time. Yeah.
If you knew your money was going to a
It's
positive
the chicken or the
thing-
egg. It's the chicken or the egg problem, though. Maybe they didn't have enough money for it. Now they're getting more money for it.
No, it's the fact that they can't develop like that. Like the systems that they have in Shadowlands, and like the fact is there's some people out there who have some really good ideas on how to fix things. They just can't implement it for whatever reason. They either don't have the developers, or they just don't fucking like. They know now that they're going to make more money off of the monetization. So like, why put the effort into it? I feel like they've dug themselves so deep down this rabbit hole of monetization over gameplay that it's just going to keep happening.
They have enough money. Trust me, they have enough money.
Yeah. So Ale brought an interesting line to my attention from the chat where someone said this GMA started so positive and hyped, and now everyone hates TBC. I think that's exactly what I felt before the GMA as well. I read all the posts, I'm hyped, TBC is coming, and then you go deeper into it and you start hating on Blizzard. And I think it's clear by now, but I feel like Blizzard is
It's
like killing their own hype, It's
it's like I don't know if
Go on.
Sorry.
So-
I interrupted you. That was rude. Go ahead. I just wanted to say it was like Belly Wheeler's latest video where he's like, Blizzard gives you like a nice tasty salad and then like a dick pops out of it or something.
What
You're
the
like, oh, this
fuck?
is so great.
What
And it's
the-
just like, bam! And you're like, what the hell?
Why a
This looks
dick,
so good. And
though?
I'm like, this hidden shit in it,
Yeah.
You really said
Like-
that
like
verbatim?
the-
That's a
like
Bellular quote? A tasty
said that.
salad, then a dick flops out?
Outburst
It's so
said that.
like...
Pissed.
That is what he said about retail. He's like, it looks good, and then you just get this surprise like aftertaste that's just like no good,
What
right?
the-
You know what's crazy is like the retail community and the classic community's always been like, oh, no monetization, bad game design. The retail community's actually feeling the same way. Like I almost feel like two separate communities are kind of coming together on one thing for the first time ever. I've seen the retail community upset more than I've ever seen them before.
Yeah, I was watching Asmund do Arena yesterday, and in retail, and he was trying to get some kind of glad thing. I don't know what it was, a certain amount of wins or something like that. Yeah. And he was queuing up with a lot of very talented PvPers. And one of the things they all said was they cannot wait for TBC Arena to come out because they're just so done with Shadowlands. And I found that to be just kind of amazing, So yeah, so it's just like TBC. I think is poised to be bigger than retail, and I think it will be. And I think that's why again, there's logic behind all of this, right? Like logically, it makes sense to do certain things and to monetize and to make more money. And from a capitalistic business standpoint, that is, you want to always make as much money as possible. But my concern is that this type of strategy in the long run will just do nothing more than hurt the community and hurt Blizzard in the long run. That's all I'm trying to say.
You can see that right now if you just read the chat. And I mean, it's clear.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to retail over time, right? It's like we've seen it happen over time. And like I don't want to take away from the fact that like yes, we're all really, really happy, for TBC. We're all really excited. But this is stuff that like we need to talk about, because if you don't talk about this, you're potentially going to, have a worse product over time. And, I think it's our responsibility as consumers, as players of the game. Yeah, like, am I going to spend the next 2 years playing TBC nonstop? Of course. I'm going to play the shit out of it. I'm going to have fun doing it. I'm going to have fun playing with my friends. I'm going to have fun playing with my guildies. I'm going to have fun playing with you guys. but I also, care about the game enough to want to make it better, and any way we can do that. And for anyone who's saying, what the fuck you guys talking about? Who cares? We're going to play it. Like, we're talking about this because we do care so much about this game. I want Blizzard to succeed. I want Shadowlands to do good. If Shadowlands does really good, that means potentially we might have to worry about them trying to monetize the hell out of TBC, right? Like, I really do want Blizzard to succeed, and I hope they do listen to a lot of these things, because over time, it doesn't matter how much money you're making right now. What really matters the most is tarnishing your name and trying to, make the community feel safe, feel trust, to have some kind of trust with Blizzard, right?
Yeah, I really wish Kevin was here, because I feel like because we're not developers, we get kind of you guys don't know what you're talking about, kind of, and you know what, in some parts we don't. But I think if Kevin was here, and I think we should get him on next time, like we should really schedule him on. I really want to hear what he has to say about this, because I know what he's going to say, but I want to hear coming from him.
Well, he was pretty mad about the boost and stuff. I remember that he did he did a Stay Safe podcast. He was pissed about that.
Because if it comes out of his mouth, it's going to have a lot more weight. To be honest,
can you DM him real quick?
I can DM him right now. He won't come. He won't
send him a message.
Yeah, I mean, he won't come on.
Like, just to go back to it, to guys too. I know, like, there's a lot of emotions flinging around, right? And just to ground us back as well, like, I'm really excited for TBC. Like, there's a lot of issues too, and like this stuff kind of just cracks me up. The monetization, you kind of just like knew it was coming, and like. Mm-hmm. But I'm so excited for TBC, bro. Like, especially on the PvP scene. Like, I'm hoping that this could be like a renaissance of WoW PvP, because the Shadowlands scene apparently was kind of like dying or something. Like, maybe we could bring back that esports vibe for WoW. Personally, that's something I'm interested in. Like, and that's coming, dude. Like, I'm starting an arena league with some of my best buddies. Mm-hmm. We're making an arena league, big prize pool, casters, all that stuff is coming, dude. I'm so hype. It's just
we have Winky's Dungeon Cleave coming up. We're gonna have competitive speed runs and heroics. Hopefully, like, the community, we're gonna play the game.
That's the silver lining right there.
We are gonna make our own fun. Kargoz started the hardcore community recently, and I think the community is gonna hopefully come together and still be able to make their own fun, even in this, maybe, if you want to call it a scuffed world iteration of this re-release of TBC.
It's probably still the best MMO ever made, so I mean, definitely we are going to have fun, but I think what we just said had to be said, and it has to be repeated, and I hope people like Matt Season make videos about it, but that doesn't take away from how good TBC actually is. So
exactly.
Well, I can tell you right now, Matt Season's not happy about this either. We've already been talking about that.
But you guys, the saving glory to all this is the fact that, what the community does with this game really makes it what it is, right? The fact that, doing these leagues, doing the things that we do with the guilds and with our, together, like, that is what has always made this game so amazing, right? Is the community coming together and doing things like this. So, you could give us a fucking, lemon, whatever we're gonna, but what we make out of it is the most important thing, right? So I think the way that we are going to end up playing this game, right? I'm going to fucking, be playing with Al, all you guys, like that to me is the most important thing. And I think a lot of us have to, like, realize that's fucking. Go ahead, Grace.
Yeah, can we talk about TBC and how much more content we have to sink our teeth into compared to Classic? Regardless of, you can buy a max level character, the boost, it kind of diminishes the feel of the world, maybe takes away like the leveling aspect, but we do have this one life aspect that makes leveling relevant. Guys, we can do max level stuff together. We have like 10 times more content to sink our teeth into. More difficult raids, more raiding content in Arena League, different. What other systems do we have? Like TBC, regardless of the monetization, we've got more to play. Like we've all been spending our time on Classic for 2 years now. Maybe some of you guys have dropped your subscriptions, but TBC, is it fair to say, has 2 to 3 times more content to
2 to 3 times more? Yeah, in a sense, yeah, because Arena for me is like some timeless, insane, like Pandora's box of content, and it's just, that's the real X factor for me there. But I don't know, guys. I think it'd be cool to have a sense of camaraderie amongst our community as Classic players. Like, if you knew somebody played Classic in real life and you just like met you were just at a bar, right? At just some happy hour, and then the guy was like, I actually play this game called WoW, and like he actually turned out to play WoW Classic, you'd probably like instantly become like tier 1 homies, you know? Like we're already sort of a small gaming community, you know? Like if you look at Twitch, we're not really the biggest community or something. So yo, gotta be comrades in that sense, you know? Try not to get too
Absolutely.
you know, I remember Melder, I made a video about being good WoW ambassadors back in the day that that stuck with me. But you know, the success of TBC is also kind of on us, right? Like Blizzard, they may not care that much after they launch the game, you know, as far as arena stuff too. Like we kind of have to keep the torch lit. Sorry, what was that, Defcam?
So no, we all care about the game. We all really like love this game, and you know, everyone has different opinions and thinks differently. But at the end of the day, you're right, Kargoz. Like we're all on the same team here, dude. Like we're like, even if you're a fucking retail player, dude, like it doesn't like I don't like dislike people just because they're retail players. You love the game, whatever. It is what it is. But you know, like we all love, you know, TBC. We all love Classic WoW, and I think at the end of the day, like, you know, that's what really matters, right? We care about this game. We want it to succeed. Don't nitpick the little shit. Like obviously, people are gonna have disagreements, dude. We're gonna think differently. That's a good thing. We shouldn't be just all saying the same thing. Like, oh yeah, it's all fucking like an echo chamber. Like, you know what I mean? I think this community is, you know, especially this community here is like the best thing I've ever fucking taken a part of. Obviously, there are, you know, parts of it that are, you know, like can be bad and this and the other, but like overall, I really feel like this community is so passionate about this fucking game.
Yeah, I've never played a game like it. Never been in part of a gaming community even remotely close to it. Mm-hmm. It's actually so cool sometimes that everybody's just like playing in this world and hops on Discord, and this whole saga, this whole arc of life, I'll never forget. It's some of the best years of my life we put into this, and it's just, yeah. Just remember that, man. It's going to be gone before you know it. You're going to blink twice. Got to be equal parts bloomer and equal parts doomer and bring balance.
Yeah, because
what was that?
What's that?
No, Al, what was that about? Oh, never mind. I don't know if he's okay. Never mind. I guess he can't hear me.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. You know, I feel like if we just sat here and talked about like nothing ever happened today, just like, hey, you guys ready for blah 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 and warp stalkers, and you know, I feel like we would do the community disservice. We didn't talk about every aspect of it, you know. And if it got, you know, a little bit more, obviously the shop got more attention today than anything else because that's the only thing we have to really talk about. Honestly, we have pre-patch. It's only 2 weeks long. That kind of sucks for paladins and shamans that are leveling up. And honestly, it sucks for meta too because I would have loved to have a month raiding Nax with all those new abilities and stuff. That would have been a lot of fun.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, there is one other thing to talk about too. We didn't talk about it on the last GMA, I don't think. I'll bring it up now. It is the PVP system. They put a lot of color into this, and there's some.
Yes.
There's a lot to talk about here. So first of all, let me fix the cameras up real quick. I'll fix it in a second as we're talking. Anyway, they basically made it so that there are rating requirements for gear in TBC now for season 1 and season 2. In the past, that wasn't the case, or at least in season 1 for sure.
Season 3 it started. Yeah.
Season 3 it started, right? So shoulders are 2200, weapon 2050, helm 1700, chest 1600, legs 1550. Love this change personally. I think it adds more more allure to these weapons. You have to earn them, right? It's not like you just put 10 games in a week, lose all 10, and then eventually get them. I like that. The arena teams will begin at 0 rating as opposed to 1500. Diminishing returns will have a 15 to 20 second cooldown window. Navic is literally up in arms about this, I think. Which we'll talk about.
We've gotten some. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay. There's some other stuff here too. I'll quickly get through it. To qualify for arena points, your personal rating must be within 150 rating of your team with at least 10 games played, and you must have participated in at least 30% of your game's teams the previous week. Season 1 will feature a unique rank 1 title, the Infernal Gladiator. That's badass. Originally, ranked 1 titles weren't introduced until season 2. This is a good opportunity to introduce one for the first season of Burning Crusade Classic. They actually give full transparency into how they're going to be doing Gladiator and Rank 1. So Rank 1 is 0.1% of top teams, Gladiator is 0.5%, Duelist 3%, Rival 10%, Challenger 35%. And to qualify for a seasonal reward, your personal rating needs to be within 100 points of your team rating, and you must have participated in 20% of your team's games. We'll stop there if you guys have any initial thoughts.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
just want to say the originally, just so people know, like the shoulders, the weapon, like that, the system based. So first of all, 2200 back in the day was a really high rating, right? Today, the current system 2200 is a very obtainable rating. So shoulders used to be, if I remember correctly, 2000. Weapon used to be 1850, and I think head was 1500. Correct. Those were the ratings how they were back in original TBC with the rating system that was there. Today, using today's rating system, I feel like this is totally fair. 2200 is still, kind of high, but very obtainable for a lot of people. So be prepared to see people that are going to be like glad and higher than that in rank 1 above 2400 rating, right, which was very rare to see in actual TBC. Like when I got up to 2200 rating was like huge back in the day. So I think that system overall looks really good. I think the main thing, the 15 to second 20 window thing, I think there's a lot to talk about there, because there has been some things apparently confirmed that actually was how it was in TBC. Apparently is what I've heard. And does it mean 15 seconds on some DRs, 20 second on other DRs? That's the question a lot of people were asking as well. So say 15 second on a fear DR compared to a stun DR being 20 or something in between there. But apparently that has been confirmed that actually how it was at TBC.
So there's one interesting word. I don't know if you noticed it, but it says purchase and equip for the rating. So as I understand it, that means you need to have 2200 rating to equip the shoulders.
They fixed it. So
Oh,
once you
okay.
achieve it, you're good.
Oh,
Don't have to
that
retain
would
it.
be insane. You need to maintain rating where you can't equip
Nah.
it. That's a little scuffed, though. Yeah, that would be.
No,
They
Yeah,
fixed
but
it.
that's good then.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that, perfect. I guess I like it when you need to work for it to get it. So it's nice that you have the requirements.
I don't know if you want my new perspective from this, or if you guys want to dive deep into it yet.
Yeah, no, good. Yeah,
Go for it.
absolutely, brother.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a prop paladin in TBC. My season 1 one-hander gladiator weapon is 199 spell damage. The best I can get previously is like 160, I think. So this is a huge deal. Or I can get the mage blade, but you shouldn't take that from casters. The point is, there's a huge, juicy, one-handed reward for a prop paladin. I'm a noob to TBC PVP. I'm a noob to arenas. I thought I was just gonna come in here. I was gonna get dunked on the arena for 3-4 weeks straight, cash in my points, get my weapon, go PVE, and I'm winning because I put in more time than other people. Now, I actually have to be good at the game. You have, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that I'm not just gonna get handed my season 1 gladiator best in slot PVE weapon for free. I have to earn it, and it'll separate me from other people. Like that feels like a vanilla system. That feels, it feels good. It's not just handed to me. So I'm a little bit, I gotta put in the time. I have to achieve a 2K rating. I don't know how difficult that's gonna be, but
1850 for the weapon.
Dude,
Well,
2050. 2050.
That's what I'm
dude.
saying,
Yeah,
man.
that's
I'm a
actually-
paladin.
Go to the
Like,
ultimate.
bro,
Dude,
I-
2050 Grays is, I think a paladin can easily do that. Go fucking
noob
shock
like
it in,
me?
bro. Go shock it in, dude.
You can go 5s too. 5 streets. We'll
Yeah,
get you there,
5,
brother. We'll
yep,
get you there,
yep,
bro.
yep.
I like it.
Or
Though.
red.
I'm just saying, the noob perspective, I like the change. I liked that I had to earn it a little bit. Or I know some people are gonna get boosted and pay for it, but a lot of people, the devil's advocate here, hate it because it's gonna turn people away from that are new to PvP. Why would, if I can't get a 1500 rating, why would I PvP in the first place?
Because it's fun. You just try it out. Arena is fun.
No,
You
oh
didn't
yeah,
do it
just playing devil's
before.
advocate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the thing about the system though is it does push everybody towards 1500 because you get a huge amount of bonus points until you actually get to 1500. So it's trying to push people as an average. So even if you're like below, that rating, it is pushing people up towards that anyways. So like it's the kind of thing where I think the average player should be able to get these rewards if they take arena seriously and play. And plus, something that we haven't considered as well is that the amount of people in this is going to be huge because it's literally all of NA, right? So I think I think ratings are going to be higher than people realize they're going to be.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right.
I think season 1 is going to be absolute clusterfuck of a shit show, and it's going to be beautiful.
It's gonna be beautiful, man. I'm so excited. Def Camp.
Absolutely beautiful. So imagine this, right? You have all these people who have played on private servers. You have all these amazing retail PvPers. You have all these people who haven't played TBC in 10 fucking years, all coming together and trying to get that fucking beautiful Infernal Gladiator in that season 1, right? It's going to be an absolute fucking shit show. I saw Venruki and what's the name? Like as soon as the rating system came out in the beta, they won like 4 out of 10, dude. Like they were getting demolished. Like
Venruki?
people are like
you know,
fucking I beat Sidu and fucking Esvan with a boomkin. Like it was just, and then I lost to but it was just, it's such a beautiful mess, and it's gonna be amazing. I cannot fucking
chat. You're gonna fall in love with TBC PVP. I'm calling it right now. You're sleeping on it. Most of you are sleeping on it. You're gonna fall in love with it. It's actually so much fun. It's so much fun. I don't know what else to say. You're gonna see when we get there, and I high key hope that it carries TBC. Like just as an XPAC. Here's the thing too. Anybody play retail? So 0.1 is this consistent with how retail does rank 1? This is my first question to you, everyone. 0.1 rank 1. All teams, and this is in all brackets. You can get rank 1 in all brackets. I wonder how many rank 1s there's going to be then, because I kind of low-key hope we could maybe get some rank 1 Infernal Gladiator action. Like if there's thousands and thousands and thousands of teams, even if the teams die, it still counts towards that pool, right? I wonder how many rank 1s there would be, you know?
I'll be happy getting Glad, dude. If I can get Glad, like I'll be happy. Rank 1 would obviously be a dream come true, but man,
because it's not battle groups, bro. It's all combined into one like regional thing. You know. So if there's 100,000 teams, how many is that, guys? 100,000 teams. Yeah.
Teams. Well, each team can be 2, 3, or 5, right? So you have to know the total amount of people that are playing.
Yeah.
And then multiply that by, and then get you the number, right?
Well, there's rank 1 for each bracket, though, right? There's rank 1 for 2s, for 3s, and 5s.
Yeah. 10,000 people who play 2s. Like, is that what you mean? Like something like that?
Yeah. I mean, like for 2s, there's going to be so many teams because some teams are going to die. It's very like.
There's 10,000 2s players that are in the bracket. That's only 100 people, right?
But there's going to be way more than 10,000 for all of NA, right? For all of
right.
NA.
I don't know what number what's a realistic number though?
50,000. I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, it's kind of cool that there's not just one rank 1 guy. I know it would be extra prestigious for that one rank guy like me or something.
I was off by a power of 10, but like, so it's what, 0.01%, right?
Yeah, point one, just 0.1.
It's 0.1. Yeah.
Okay, I love that everybody's excited about the PvP system.
So that's 50 people, dude. If it's 50,000 people.
Yeah, that's not a lot, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd be happy if I get Glad. Like, really happy if I get Glad. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, type a 1 in the chat if you think the community will figure out a way to bloat the amount of people that are ranked. Like, are people going to exploit this system? Is it going to get sweaty enough, or is it because you have to be level 70 and make a team, you won't be able to do it? Like, are people going to try and make it to where more people will get into Glad and rank 1?
Well, what's going to happen a lot, because this is my one concern with this whole system, guys, is you see how it's, where does it say 20% somewhere? It says 20%. So it's 30% to get the points from the previous week, right? But in order to get, look, to qualify for a seasonal reward, look at this chat. Your personal arena rating needs to be 100 points of your team's rating, and you must have participated in only 20% of your team's game. So if you're going to get boosted, for example, you only need to play 1 in 5 games, kind of, right? But you still need to also keep your rating within 100 points. So this is actually keeping it a little bit honest, this part, but I don't know, it could maybe go bad.
No, I think that's not bad. I mean, you're obviously they're still going to see boosting, but like, to still be within 100 points of your team's rating and to have participated in 20%, I think that's it's going to cut back on a lot of imagine trying to if someone says, okay, hey, can I buy a rating from you guys, and they're at like fucking 500 rating, and then the guys that are say even 1200, and the guys that you're trying to boost are at fucking like 2350. You know how long it's like that they're gonna have to fucking pay a lot of fucking money to get to where they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of anti-boosting things built into this as well, right? Like, as someone who would boost somebody, you're giving up a lot, because you'd have to basically re-level a new team up, and depending on how high the brackets are, like if this goes all the way up to like 2800, 2900, or like 3K or something crazy like it was, like there might just be a lot less of that happening in general. right? Because starting at 0, you leave your team, you lose, your rating. You'd have to grind a team all the way back up. You have a personal rating, so you're going to be playing like real games right from the start.
Aha. Oh, you have a personal rating. You're saying, which is which is separate from the team rating. So if you try to leave your team and then boost the guy, your personal rating is going to be so high that you're fighting strong teams right away.
Exactly.
And then and I never thought about it that way. So you're saying starting at 0 will make it harder? It'll take longer to boost people up. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Because like you're going to be playing at that rating right from when you join the team. You're not going to be farming just new players. Your personal rating puts you in a bracket based on what your rating is.
Hey, does that personal rating count for 2s, 3s, and 5s, or is it separate?
Should be separate, right? Because you're just playing in each bracket. You'd have a personal rating for each bracket, I'm assuming.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think strong is a good point. Most people trying to boost would probably go for 5s. Yeah.
True. No, that's actually
Hey,
true.
someone mentioned like boost in 5s and then get your rank in 3s. I mean, surely they've figured out how to avoid exploits like that. And
I really feel pretty good about the whole arena thing, though. I really do. I feel like they thought about this. They obviously really put a lot of time into it, and I think it's gonna be good, man. This is like this is the kind of stuff that like I really like to see. Like they really thought about this. They thought about how to deter boosting as much as possible. But overall, like I'm really excited about PvP. I think it's going to be, like you said, Kargoz, the bread and butter of TBC.
I have something highlighted right now. I know we talked about it a little bit before, but this kind of just confirms it. This kind of just confirms it, baby. Look at that, chat. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful text. Look at it. Oh, look at it. Look at it, dude. Commentator UI for war games, dude.
Do you remember we did the other one where I was in fucking stealth and had people fucking opening up on me? It's like it was so hard to commentate, dude.
That means we can do tournaments, guys. And the thing about war games, which is sick, is that you can just challenge people through your BNet for a war game. Pretty sure that's how it works. So you can be on different servers and stuff. And then there's going to be a whole commentator UI for it. Man, that was one of the main issues with Arena in the past, that the UI wasn't very like fun to watch, and you didn't really understand what was going on. It just looked like a seizure of colors in front of you all over the place. Nice, clean commentator UI, debuffs above the head. Ooh, man.
Yep.
I'm liking those flag changes too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The first line in that post where it says at least 50 games played are required. Would that mean that the 0.1% that's going to get rank 1, is that based off all the teams that have 50 games? Because it said 0.1% of the top teams, right? If that's true, then it means that you cannot boost the bracket by just making a team on an alt character and not play your 50 games, because it will not count for top teams, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
It feels like it's like a safety measure to prevent bracket boosting, in a way.
That's good. That's a good point. 50 games are required.
So the last topic we have, guys, that's pretty much the PvP in a nutshell, is just preparations. We have very limited time, guys. We have 12 days before pre-patch. 12 days. And keep in mind, chat, when pre-patch is here, you're basically playing TBC. TBC is in 12 days, guys. TBC is in 12 days. I can't say it enough. TBC is in 12 days. You're playing TBC without Outlands. There's going to be JC. There's going to be Blood Elves running around. There's going to be Draenei running around. All the quests, all the mechanics, everything is different in 12 minuscule days. What are you going to spend your 2 weeks of pre-patch doing? What are you doing right now? What do you guys think?
I have to level my fucking profession still. I need to get to 300 enchanting. Luckily, I have a good amount of gold. I have about 10k gold. I'm okay with that. I'm probably going to spend some gold boosting my professions. I need to do a lot still. I really do. Not only in game, but also in real life. I have a lot of like guides and stuff I want to put out there. So it is crunch time. It is absolutely crunch time. I think the main thing though is getting myself and my professions prepared, right? Doing all of that, getting my making sure if you're going jewel crafting, make sure you get a ton of ore to get ready to prospect. Make sure you get a ton of fucking herb, whatever you need to get ready. So for me, I think like I got my characters leveled up. Once pre-patch comes out, I'm gonna start paladin, but I don't have to rush them, right? because he's not going to be my main or anything like that. But for me, it's professions, it's videos, guides, and that's about it for me. Like, getting that shit ready.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 12 days before pre. How long is the pre-patch? 13 days long.
It's from the 18th to the 1st. So yeah, 13 days, man.
Okay, in 13 days, I gotta level up a Blood Elf Paladin 1 to 60.
Ooh.
I've got to honor grind. I got to get him the full honor set.
Ooh.
I got to get into GDKPs. I got to get 2 raid lockouts.
Ooh.
I got to get all my reputations to Exalted with ZG, Scenario and Expedition, and AV so I can do the quest turn-ins. I got to buy Nefhead. I got to buy Aya Cthulhu. So as soon as the Dark Portal opens up, I'm level 61 and a half.
You think he's going to do it? You think he's going to pull it off,
I got to
chat?
get my professions ready. I got 12, 13 days.
I got good news for you.
What?
Grains, you want to hear the good news?
Let me hear it.
The pre-patch is coming. It's going to be 30% easier to level in pre-patch.
Thank you.
XP per level is reduced. Quest XP is increased by 30%. You're gonna have a 30% additional boost just from pre-patch.
It's like
So
Kargoz.
you got yeah. So
reputations are boosted, right?
But the rest of it you're screwed on. But the leveling part is too fast.
Damn it! Well, I'm gonna have my hands full for 13 days, and then TBC comes out, and I'm hopefully playing for a month straight. Shiz.
Yep. You can really lean into it now, though, Grace, because our offspring are coming for a little while, right? Like we can really make the most of it. I'm down, dude. I'm down to sweat. I bet.
Just Napoleon Dynamite your way through the Ghost of Eversong Woods and the Ghostlands. You're good. You got it, bro.
What about you, Ale? What are you doing, brother? I feel like Ale has some big brain plans. How are you spending your few days?
Yeah, mine's pretty easy. I'm just going to be honor capping all my characters and getting tokens for the most part. Besides that, that's going to be pretty chill. I'm going to be helping out all the boosties. I'm going to be running dungeons with them, doing whatever ghetto warrior smash I can do to help people level. And besides that, I've already done everything I need as far as materials and everything for TBC. That was packed away months ago, right? So farmed up, bought when it was cheap, that kind of stuff. So besides me, I'm just going to be smashing and helping people out.
Ale, you actually just reminded me of something massive. Some people in the chat may not be connecting the dots. Honor cap, chat. Honor cap. What does he mean by honor cap, chat? The whole PvP system is changing. There is no longer rank 14 PvP system in a few days left. And by what Ale's saying, you can pretty much get 75k honor ready to buy pieces of gear? Right when TBC hits?
75k and 20 marks of each, right?
Oh my Lanta, dude.
That's right.
That's a lot of honor.
There's
Okay,
going to
that's
be a
all
lot
I'm
of
doing.
PvP going on.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of BGs happening because all those serious arena players, they're going to be getting all that honor because that basically means you get to 70. You can buy 2 or 3 pieces.
The whole set, I think.
Boom, boom.
Can't you buy the whole set? The whole main piece set? It's only like 12k per piece or something.
It's a little more than that.
I think it's. I'm sorry, it was 100 marks of each. Yeah, not 20. Yeah, so you could buy 14.
Maybe buy 4 or 5 pieces. Yeah, I see what you mean.
14.5, isn't it 14.5 for? You probably buy a good 5-6.
Whatever. You can buy multiple epic pieces.
Yeah.
Ding stuff, right?
Oh, it's not going to be epic pieces though. It's going to be blue.
It's going to be the blue.
Yeah, it's going to be blue. But still, that is. I'm so glad you reminded me of that. That's literally how I have to spend the entire pre-patch. I think. Just doing that, spamming that,
Same.
getting ready to go. What about you, Dunedin? What's your plans, brother?
Honestly, I'm just excited to try Nax in the pre-patch with the new talents and play some arena in the pre-patch. And until the pre-patch comes, no real plans, honestly. I have everything I need for my profession since half a year, I think. So I'm prepared on that side. I wanted to level up an alt, but it's a little bit too less time now, I feel. So yeah, but I want to say, Grace, I'm happy that you found the light and that you made Paladin your main. I know that you're still in the wrong faction, but you will see that in the future. I'm pretty sure. So it's nice, man.
Hell yeah!
I'm seeing the light, dude, and it's a beautiful light in TBC. I gotta say.
What about you, Malron? You still hanging out, man?
Warlocks though, so I don't know if you're talking about seeing the light, Mister. I play a warlock on the beta.
No, I yeah. Well, that was the plan. So I wanted to level my warlock as an arena character, but I'm not so sure. I will start with the paladin for sure, and I will play the paladin in PvE and PvP. And if I have time, I will play a warlock in PvP as well.
There you go.
You still hanging out, Meldron? What are your plans for pre-patch, man? You got a whole guild on your back. What are you thinking about doing?
I'm really doing what I was doing in Farm and Honor, bro. Doing that, and what's planning out my financial future. I gotta put some $235 in fucking character transfer. No, just no. I gotta get Honor and raid next a couple times. That's basically it.
Are you going Resto or Ellie for or both or for?
I'm all I can say at this point is I'm definitely not healing.
Definitely not healing. Okay, right on, brother.
I cannot reveal anything past that because I'm not 100% sure yet. Yeah.
Wait,
Gotcha.
bro, can you explain why you want to copy so many characters?
What? Oh, so okay. Well, in case we see, the problem is we don't know what they're going to do, right? With the classic realms, I'm assuming, like they said, they might shrink them all down to one realm. And I would like to have my warrior and my hunter and all my other 60s like max level in case I want to raid with them. You know.
True. Yeah.
I'd like to see what it's like. I mean, dude, all that time you put in your shaman, you're not going to keep him. Your rogue.
So that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep them in TBC. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna keep them in. Like, why keep them in Classic if I'm not gonna be playing them in Classic? You know what I mean?
Just in
Things
case
move
TBC.
on, Melron. Why live in the past?
Yeah.
Because TBC might get monetized into the ground. I'm just joking.
Oh!
No, it's definitely not really logical. It's definitely an illogical reason, right? I just kind of want to keep him.
I mean, that character has the best, some of the best years of your life. He's like a symbol of the best years. It's like a trophy. Honestly, I'm keeping mine too.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I know we've been doing it on the character boost, but I'll save like one.
But I
guy or
might not
something.
now, Kargoz, considering how much it is.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was the hoarder, bro.
It's not a quarter. It's like, listen,
mean, like,
how many? Dude, I've been making content since 2016 to get this game to come out,
yeah.
and it finally did. And I kind of want to save my memories, but $35.
But they're still gonna be alive in TBC. It's not like you're losing them, you know?
Not the vanilla versions of.
Yeah.
I
don't
wanted
know.
vanilla. I fought for vanilla to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess me. I was so ready for TBC anyway, so I'm just gonna copy my priest on both, and then everyone else is just going straight to TBC.
Are you in Def Camp's boat? You think TBC is better than Classic, Meldron?
The only thing Classic has over vanilla is the leveling process, in my opinion, and some of the dungeons. I think some of the dungeon designs are better. I think BR, like things like Black Rock Mountain, Black Rock Depths. There's some dungeons that are just so well made that I just, I don't think TBC dungeons are actually that beautiful, to be honest. I think they're cool. Yeah.
Those are fighting words.
Okay.
Bro.
Wow. That's insane.
They're good. They're good. I just don't think they're as beautiful as the ones in Classic and Wrath, to be honest. Like, as far as, like, I said this before in the last GMAs, as far as player to NPC and player-player interactions, the TBC dungeons are the best. But as far as aesthetics, I think Classic and Wrath Lich King deserve the aesthetic win on
There you go.
dungeons.
At least he's consistent. That's what he said last time too.
Yeah, but I think Classic has the leveling, has the large world. No world will ever be that big. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole world dynamic and the leveling process. Nothing will be, but literally, pretty much everything else is better in TBC. Everything. From professions to classes to,
Hell
Kargoz,
yeah.
what are the pre-patch plans for you? What you got?
Pre-patch plans, I'm just going to cap Honor. On, like what Ale said, I'm going to finish off a couple Warlocks. I'm going to use my 58 boost level. Another Warlock, I need to have at least 3 Warlocks, and I'm going to just try to get them to 60 and get them ready to go. And I'm so excited for TBC. I love all 3 Warlock specs, and believe it or not, ask me what my favorite Warlock spec is.
Affliction.
We'll expect.
What's your favorite?
Affliction.
It's got to
bro.
be
Affliction
Affliction,
Andy, dude. I'm loving UA, dude. UA is so
that
fun,
Dwarf
dude.
Dark Cleave you did,
It's fun.
that Dwarf Dark Cleave you did was getting me really I went 6 to midnight on that, dude.
Yeah, it was cool, huh?
That was
Yeah.
so sexy.
Yeah.
It makes you want to have 2 priests, 1 troll, 1 undead. It really does.
Yo.
It really does.
Yeah, I'm so excited to play all 3 specs, and they're all kind of like different.
That the Felguard enhance, that was some 6 to midnight shit right there too. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
Yo.
I like the Dwarf. Yeah, that's my favorite. But I just I mean, like, I love undead. I think undead has overall is better for like most comps, but Dwarf Dark Cleave for that comp is just it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like people like I love Will of the Forsaken, but like having like Hex of Weakness is so strong, especially with that comp. And it just like
You were a priest trying to heal through it, right? We had all that shit up on Ale, the Hex, the
UA. That's right. We fought the first one.
Yeah, unhealable,
so the
right?
amount of damage you guys went through, like I was just, it was crazy. You guys killed Ale through my pain suppression, through it. So the reason, like you asked Ale, I love playing very, very offensively, and that comp is all about offensive for the priest. Like it is, you really have to play.
I blame Def Camp on that. He told me tunnel priest, and I'm like, we got to kill Kargoz. Like, get tunnel priest. I'm like, this is
the
bad.
reason I wanted tunnel priest because I knew he was going to be like fucking just going ape shit. So I was like, maybe we tunnel priest here, but we should have went on Kargoz because he was just
on the UA Andy.
Yeah. But it's great because the only way, like, I was watching you, like, priests were trying to dispel. Like, what are they doing trying to dispel the UA? Like, it's great because, like, the best way to heal through that is just spam fucking prayer of mending and just let it bounce over and over and over and over again. But it's such a interesting comp, and like I'm still learning because me and Al we still really haven't done too much priest warrior. It's an interesting comp, and you've been seeing a lot of priest warrior in the beta, which is interesting. It's not the best comp, obviously. It does have some weaknesses, but it is pretty good season 1. So yeah, I can't wait.
Oh
it's so
man, we're all such nerds, dude. TBC's coming out in less than a month.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
I know, man.
I'm a little scared. I know everybody's emotional. We finally have an announcement, something we can set our eyes on and sink our teeth into, man.
Good
I
times
thought you had another announcement, Greg. Sorry. I'm having 2 kids.
It's twins. Who's streaming after this, bro?
And
Is
Kargoz is the father.
Yeah.
Yo, Def Camp, Ale, Grays, any of you guys streaming? Any of you guys streaming?
Yeah, I'll be
I
up.
won't be.
I'll be on in a bit. But if you want to go ahead and go now, you can take it.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna do a epic slash roll to see who's gonna get the host. That would have been fun. but
Let Al have
it's
it.
all-
He's
okay.
growing. He's trying to promote his stream, and he's a fucking great guy. So give it to Al.
Hell yeah, guys! Any final words for the
right.
people? And then as you type your final words or say your final words, put your channels and stuff in this chat so everybody can support the show by following you guys and just following all these fine human beings here talking about the game we love. Any final words? Open floor.
Someone else go first.
Don't be afraid to speak your mind.
Yeah.
But be an adult about it. Don't be a kid. Don't yell and scream.
Big true.
Honestly, just enjoy TBC Lounge, and let's hope Blizzard don't fuck up anymore. But forget about that now and just enjoy the lounge first.
I mean, no hit Jerome. I mean, stock up on your green tea and get ready for some PvP. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
It's
Yo.
a good day to be a blood elf. Paladin Gold Farms. We're coming to put the guild on our back, as they would say.
Yo.
Paladins. Ooh.
Blackguard
Paladins.
represent on Bloodsail Buccaneers. US East RP PVE Andy's about to rise up and show the world that we're mom jog sweaty. You'll love to see.
There was something I wanted to give you to play on stream. I can't find it though.
Oh yeah.
My final words are,
Hold on.
like we might have had some a little bit of saying this and that and other, but
Was it?
this game is the fucking game we love. It is 100% fucking coming, boys. Less than a month. Let's have some fun. Play with your friends. Fucking do what you love. And guys, I can't fucking wait. I cannot wait, guys. It's TBC. It's here. It's fucking here, boys. Let's go.
This is how I feel when I heard the TBC announcement, guys. Meldron sent me this clip last week.
Oh, it's so
I
good.
love that shit, dude. Oh man.
Man,
Oh, you posted it again, bro. Okay. We're tossing it over to Ale. See you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next GMA. Take it easy, everybody. Peace out.
All right.
All right.